Okay, so we will be starting with the new chapter, light waves. Now coming to the first example. In this we are asked to find out the new wavelength in the new medium. So as we know that the effect of medium on wavelength is that the new wavelength or lambda dash would be old wavelength divided by mu, where mu is nothing but the refractive index of the medium. So in the first part, we are asked to find out the change in wavelength of a 400 nanometer wavelength. So what would be the change when it is immersed in some medium whose mu naught is 1.33? So lambda dash will be 400 nanometer divided by 1.33, and value comes out to be 300 nanometer. Second part is uh, second part is 700 nanometer. Lambda dash would be 700 divided by 1.33, and value would come out to be 525 nanometer. So these are the limits of the wavelength over there. Now coming to the second example, in this we are asked to find out the refractive index of a medium. Now in this, first of all we need to know about a formula. So whenever there is a light which travels x distance in a medium, in air, okay, so when it is immersed in a medium with refractive index mu, so its optical path length would become mu into x. So in this question we are asked to find out the refractive index of glass, and we are told that the path in glass is 2 centimeter. So mu into whatever distance it covers in glass should be equal to mu of water into x distance in water, and this should be of glass. So mu of glass we have to find out. Distance is 2 centimeter, mu of water is 1.33, and x is 2.25 centimeter. On solving this, mu would come out to be 1.5. Okay, now this question is on YDSC. Now in this question, we are given that there is a white light which has been taken, and then we are asked to find out the wavelength of violet and red light, and data is given. So first let us deal with the case of violet light. So in case of violet light, the distance from the central maxima is given to be 2 millimeter. Lambda we don't know, and uh, d, which is the distance of the slit from the screen, is given to be 2.5 meter, and distance between the slits is given to be 0.5 millimeter. So as we know that this is that the formula for the first bright fringe would be d lambda by small d. Basically the generalized formula for bright fringe for a bright fringe is n lambda capital D by small d. So if we want the first one, so n is 1. So on substituting, the formula gets reduced to this one. Now y is 2 millimeter and capital D is 2.5 meter. Lambda we have to calculate, and small d is in millimeter. On solving this, we will get the value of lambda as 400 nanometer. Now coming to the second part, where we are asked to find out for red light. Now in case of red light, again the data is given. We just need to substitute it in the given formula. Lambda capital D by small d. So distance of red light from the central maxima is 3.5 millimeter. Lambda we need to find out, and capital D is given to be 2.5 meter, and small d is given to be 0.5 millimeter. On solving this, we will get lambda as 700 nanometer. Now this question is again on YDSC. Here we are asked to find out the separation between the slits. Now we know that the distance of the brightest of nth bright fringe is given by the formula y is equal to n lambda capital D by small d, where n takes the value from 1 up from 1 to whatever point till infinity. Okay, so we are asked to find out the 10th bright fringe. So y is equal to 10 into lambda. Lambda is given to be 589.3 into 10 power minus 3 meters. Distance is given to be 100 centimeters, so that is 1 meter, and distance we have to find out, and y is given to be 12 millimeter, so 12 millimeter. On solving, we will get the value of D as 0.49 millimeters. Now coming to the fifth question. Now this question is in this question, first of all we are required to have a basic understanding between the relationship between I and A. So I is actually equal to some constant k into A square. So amplitude can be written as root of I, or intensity. So the ratio between the we are asked we are given that I1 by I2 is in the ratio 2:1. So your A1 is to A2 would be in the ratio root 2:1. Okay, now once we know this data, this question is a piece of cake. Now we are asked to find out the ratio of maximum intensity to minimum intensity. So we are asked to find out the ratio of maximum intensity to minimum intensity. So first of all we need to, so as we know that in case of constructive interference, both the amplitudes add up, and in case of destructive interference, amplitudes are subtracted. So we will use this basic idea in solving this question. So as we know that the ratio of amplitudes A1 is to A2 was root 2:1, so we will use this over here. So that means in case of constructive interference, so I will write that as Ci. The value of amplitude would be root 2 plus 1 into A, and in case of destructive interference the value would be root 2 minus 1 into A. Now we are asked to find out the resultant intensities. So Imax by Imin would be would simply be the square of these, the square of the amplitudes. So let us do that. Root 2 minus 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 minus 1, A square, this also whole squared, and this value would come out to be 34. If you take root 2 as 1.414, then the value would come out to be approximately 36, but if you take the exact values, then value would be approximately 34. In question number 6, we are asked to find out the ratio between maximum and minimum intensity in the interference pattern. Again, this question is on YDSE. Now we need to again use that same idea, that in case of maximum amplitude, both the amplitudes are added. Now one more thing which has to be kept in mind is that in this question it is mentioned that the amplitude is directly proportional to the width of the screen. So with this idea in mind, so if and it is also given in the question that one of the slits has width which is double of the other. So that means A1 is 2A and A2 is A. So A max would be equal to 3A. A min would be A2 minus A1, which is A. So I max by I min would be equal to 3A square divided by A square, and value would come out to be 9:1. Now coming to question number 8. This question is again on YDSE. We are in the first part we are asked to find out the distance of the third bright fringe from the screen from the central maxima, and wavelength is given to be 6500 angstrom. Okay, so we are all aware of this formula, that distance of nth bright fringe from the central maxima is this, where n it takes all integral values. Okay, so n takes all the integral values. Yeah, so in the first part we are asked to find out the distance. So y, substituting all the values, n is 3, lambda is 6500 into 10 power minus 10 into capital D, which is 1.2 meters, and small d is 2 into 10 power minus 3. Value would come out to be 0.12 centimeter. Now in the second part we are asked to find out the minimum distance at which both the wavelengths will coincide. Okay, so in this first so we will again use this formula, that y is equal to n lambda d by small d. Now let us say that mth bright fringe of 6500 Armstrong wavelength would coincide with the nth bright fringe of 5200 Armstrong into d by small d. So let's say the wavelength whose the ray of light whose wavelength is 6500 Armstrong is coinciding with the wavelength with 5200 Armstrong at mth. So the mth one coincides with the nth one. So m by n, on solving this we will get the value as 4 by 5. So the minimum value of m and n would be simply this itself, 4 for m, and for n it would be 5. And now we have to find out the distance. So y is equal to m, I'll place as 4, 6500 into 10 power minus 10, d is 1.2, and small d is 10 power 2 into 10 power 3. Value would come out to be 0.16 centimeter approximately. Now coming to question number 9. Now in this question we are asked to find out the number of fringes that would be shifted due to the introduction of a sheet. Now in this, before attempting this question, we need to know about this formula. So number of fringes shifted would be equal to shift of central maxima. Now we all know that whenever a sheet is introduced in YDSC, the central maxima shifts divided by fringe width. So the formula for shift of central maximum would be mu minus 1 t, where t is the thickness of the sheet, d by capital D by small d, and lambda d by d. So the value would come out to be mu minus 1 into t by lambda. Now using that formula in this particular question, mu minus 1 t by lambda. So mu is 1.6 minus 1 into t is 1.8 into 10 power minus 5 over lambda is 600 into 10 power minus 9. So value would come out to be 18. Now coming to question number 11. Now in this question we are asked to find out the distance between the first two minimas. Now this is a case of diffraction. So as we know that in case of diffraction, the first minima is formed at lambda capital D by small d. So the distance between first two minimas, which would be on the either sides of the central maxima, would be 2 lambda capital D by small d. Now substituting all the values which are given in the question, we will get the value as 1.1 millimeters.